Natasha, and thank you so much for joining me. I have a little bit of a different video today because this resource here, this is a printable PDF, and this is called My Always Handy Card Layouts, because sometimes we just need an idea to get our brain started. Now that's exactly what these are. These are very simple shapes, and it says these are brain starter images to get you ready to create. Just remember, change the size of the shapes, of the colors, of the elements, anything to work with you. Now there are 4 images here obviously, and over on my website, if you would like to sign up to be a Natasha Foote Pro member, then you get access to 4 videos and all the resources and everything that goes with it, where it shows you at least 3, 4, sometimes 5 cards for each and every single layout, and how my process of I get there. So how my brain kind of works, how I'm going to change things and do things. But for today, I want to take just this one image and show you a couple of examples of what we can do with it, because this is such a basic image. It truly is very, very basic, but this can really kickstart a whole lot of ideas. So just cut one of these out. These are like 4 separate images. As I said, over on my website, there are 4 separate videos. So if you are already a member, then make sure you go on over, go and check out the videos. As I said, it gives you 15 to 20 new card ideas, and you get to watch me process those and put them together and create them along with me, which is such good value if you just need that little jump start to your creativity. So for example, here today, I've got this beautiful, nice, quite a plain image as a brain starter, and I've got this gorgeous bright paper pad here that I think I can put some of these together. I've got a kind of ombre basic blue background, and then I've got these gorgeous little clouds that's going to be my strip to go down the center. And then when I'm thinking about what to become a focal image, I can have a look through my scrap stash. I could look at some rub-ons, I could look at some cutouts that I already have. I actually have these transfers that I've been meaning to use. Now this is the Nature Lover by Dress My Craft. And these work similar to like transfer tattoos when I was a kid growing up, and you used to put them on your skin and then put some water on them until they transferred. That's what these remind me of. So you take off that top plastic layer, keep that, because basically it's acetate that you can use for like a shaker card or all those sorts of things. So you can reuse that part of it. Then you add water to the back, and then I just use a little sponge to even out the water and move it all around. And then you'll definitely know when it's ready to come off, because it sort of half pie releases itself. Now, I probably could have cut off the name of the of the transfer down the bottom first before I started, but that's okay because I was always going to be die cutting this out. I have loved this gorgeous girl since I purchased her, but I just didn't really know how to use her on one of my cards. So today is the day, and I'm going to take my Hero Arts Infinity die circles, any die circle. You could get one that already has like some bubbles or some lacing around the outside. You could layer this on top of a doily. You could layer this on top of another die cut. You could layer it on top of some rice paper with the feathered edges. You could lay it on top of some ribbon, something to give it a little bit to go around the outside and jazz it up a little bit. When I was looking through my stash, I had a little die set that I thought would work quite well for this, because this here looks a tiny little bit plain to me. There's not quite enough going on. So I found the Princess Circle by Gina. Now, I'm not going to lie, one of the main reasons that I use this is because I have pre-cut lots of these and popped them in the back of the stash there so that they are ready to go. No die cutting necessary. I love when I just am not inspired, or I just want to sit down, or I only have 5 or 10 minutes. I will just sit down and die cut these intricate shapes and store them in the back of the packaging, because I know me that I'm more likely to use them if they are ready to go like this. And this is a perfect example of that. This card took me less than 10 minutes to put together all over, and it still looks gorgeous and stunning. I had the card starter image from the PDF that I was able to just pick up the design of the card and go. I didn't even have to think about it. And for me, that is so helpful when I don't have to design the card as well. I just have to think about which elements I could make it work with. So when you look at this, I want you to just think, what elements do I have in my stash that I could just make work instantly, right away with this design, give or take. Now this is one version of the card. I'm going to show you another one as well today that's kind of taking it and, you know, adjusting it to make it our own. And that's the point. In each one of these videos that I have on my website, natashafootecreative.com, I go through all of this and I create ones. I start off with sort of like nice and basic, and then we kind of get more and more difficult and different layers and different designs when we really just got that jump start from that one image from the PDF. So that's what the series of videos is built to do, and I absolutely love the idea that we've just got that starter image on the PDF and then we're away with it. So here is number 2. Now these are gorgeous. I have used these before on my channel, and yes, I went back and ordered more after I'd used them because these are just stunning. They're absolutely gorgeous. Now I'm going to do a little bit of ink blending. I was trying to find a color that was similar. I had the Victorian Velvet. Now this is a Distress Oxide color. It's a little bit darker. I was looking for something to go with the florals on these rub-ons from Stamperia. But actually, I realized that last time I used these, I actually went ahead and used the Tattered Rose. So I'm going to keep the same blending tool and just add it on in there, and we will use that one for the Tattered Rose. So it's probably a bit of a cross between the two colors, but that's okay. I just wanted to create a background. And this is actually going to cover the background design, but I'm going to cut this up into some pieces, and then the florals from the Stamperia rub-ons are going to be my focal point. So I have just roughly covered this pretty much, and then I decided to take so this was the Tattered Rose, and then I decided to go back to the Victorian Velvet, and then I would add just a little bit of that on top. So you can sort of see, like, looks like a bit of blush, you know, splattered around there. And then I took some actual splatter and popped that on top for a little bit of texture in the background. Because again, this card is, you know, we took the original idea from the PDF, and then we're going to run with it and, you know, change it up quite a bit. These are the Honeybee Deckle Edge circles. Again, these are just gorgeous for like a plain circle, but with that tiny little bit of other element. Now, here's the background that I created. I don't specifically have great measurements for this. I did about 1 3/4 inches, and then I cut about 1 inch out of the middle. It really doesn't matter. I'm going to fill this in with some sort of material, fabric. I'm not sure what we would call it, but you'll see it in just a second. So I've got my 2 pieces there, and my inspiration for this kind of came from turning my original image upside down. You'll see in a little bit how I sort of, you know, roughly got there. I've got my Deckle Edge circle, which I am going to cut out one of the little florals. I'm also going to cut out some of the text just to create a little bit fill the circle a little bit more, to create some background texture there, and then these gorgeous florals. Now, they don't fit perfect. There's a little bit that comes off the side, but that's okay. They fit pretty good, and I wanted them to fill the majority of that circle. And it's okay to have a little bit of white space as well, because the background is going to be that pinky color. Now, here's the, I guess you would call this sort of fabric, this holey fabric, maybe paper tissue. I'm not sure what it is. It's just really cool material that I found at the op shop that I couldn't resist getting. It's very soft, very, very soft, but quite strong, quite strong. So what I'm going to do is, this is just going to be a little bit of texture on my background, and I'm going to use these 2 outside panels to have the texture sort of floating in between the both of them. So I'm going to use the 1mm, 1 inch wide foam tape, and I double it up, so it's going to be 2 millimeters, so it gives a little bit of dimension here. Now, you could have added the textured paper there in between the foam and paper, but I decided to add a little bit further, just so it was sort of flat enough against the background, because it is, as I said, quite textured, so it does pop up off the background just a little bit, you know, not really pop off, but it is a little bit of texture there. So I'm going to cut down that holy piece later, because I knew that with doing this I wouldn't get it perfect if I pre-cut it, so it's much easier to do it once I've got the other panels on. So you've got that little bit of floating texture there in the middle. Again, it's kind of almost the reverse of my original PDF design, but again, super simple. both of these cards took me not very much time at all. So if you would like to head on over to my website, I do have a whole lot of free things there. I have printable PDFs full of sentiments that you can print them out and cut out the sentiments ready to use on your cards. I have a whole host of videos. This year I have just completed the A to Z of alphabet, 26 videos, and it's just a whole lot of card making techniques and card making fun. So it's a whole year's worth of card making there. I have card making classes that are available over there, lots and lots. So really good value for money when you sign up. Even if you want to sign up just for a month, you can do that, or it's a little bit cheaper if you would like to go for the annual subscription. It's also a great way to support me here on YouTube and make sure that I can keep creating these videos, because I absolutely love the community that we have here. It is just an incredible place to feel so included. So I hope that you have enjoyed this video. We have turned this image here into these two beautiful cards today, and I hope that you've enjoyed this video too. As usual, there'll be links with the products used in this video down below, but other than that, come on over and see me at my website and we can chat over there too. Thank you so much, and I'll see you then.